And now we have got here Kaspar Roost, UX team lead in Swedbank. Hello, Kaspar.
Hello.
So what is your story? Why are you here and how did you find UX in the first place?
Actually, I found UX and usability topics more than 10 years ago when I worked for government. And I was asked to help them with design when it came to one court information system. And then we did it a few times, a few rounds of design there. And
do you have a designer background then, or something else? Something
rather, then I was like front-end developer and slash designer at the same time. But after this project, it came out that all court procedures with this system can be done like 30% faster, which quickly was transformed into 30% of less need of employees dealing with it. So I felt the impact, what can be done with a proper UX process and how systems can be improved. And from there on, I was so excited about it, and it was boom time back then, and the company started looking for this kind of skills, and we didn't have them in Estonia. Nobody educated, no university did it back then. So there was only self-made men.
So how did you keep yourself updated? Did you read a lot, or?
So first of all, definitely lots of reading, lots of different podcasts, whatever was available back then. Now we have this kind of conferences like WUD Usability Day and others close by neighboring countries as well. And this is really, on one hand, there can be eye-opening stuff, but on the other hand, you can get approval that you're still on the right track and keep on doing everything. It doesn't change actually in this field that fast.
Yes, for some of the audience, I'm sure many ideas they know already, but still, why is it still worth to visit WUD every year for you?
Yeah, first of all, it's because of company. There's lots of people you don't meet so often that work in the same field. Current and previous colleagues, and so you can mingle and network and see what's going on, and maybe see new opportunities also. But when it comes to presenters, I really like that WUD Usability Day Tallinn presenters are from so different fields. At first, it seems a bit. Some of the topics seem a bit irrelevant, but when you start listening, you still see what are the connections and how it expands your view on the topic at all.
Yes. And what are you working on in the bank right now? But what are the things that you can't really talk about yet, but maybe just a little sneak peek, like something with PR signals, artificial intelligence?
We have quite a big bank in Baltics, which means that we have multiple parallel projects going on where UX team is involved. And I would say we have close to 90 or 100 products digitalized already. It's like the biggest amount in Baltics when it comes to banking.
And how big is the team actually?
And the team is less than 10 persons at the moment. We have been growing a lot during last years. We started off with only few persons, and then we saw that we need to be more involved in all kind of product development processes. And we can't handle it with only few of us in there, because otherwise we do some kind of superficial UX just consultation and we can't really do the research part. So we felt the need to hire more people to go deeply into user problems and what we're solving with those products, because users don't want products, they want their problems to be solved somehow. And this is why we have to dig deeper and we need more resources for that.
And how has the organization come along?
It's
they see it the same way, or you need to educate them?
With so big organization, it's hard to convince everybody that everybody knows. It's like in one of the presentations, everybody wants AI, but nobody knows what it is actually. So in bank, everybody wants UX, but most of the people actually don't know what does it mean, what do we do exactly, and moreover, they don't know how long does it take to do proper UX process. So the problems are that we need to put ourselves as UX team into development process, not only IT development, but also product development, in the sense that we should be involved in really early phase, because afterwards we can't change much. It's a regular problem, not only in bank, it's everywhere when it comes to old organizations and new UX teams, because nobody is used to it, that UX should be there already in the idea phases. But we have won more and more teams over, so they already know what's the benefit when they involve us as early as possible. And we use it as good examples to sell ourselves inside organization, because we have like 7,000 or more people working in Swedbank Baltics, and everything we do for 3 countries.
Has it been easy to find people in your team, and do you find that there are enough skilled people to choose from? You yourself are mentoring also a little bit in the universities. So
yes, it has been hard to find UX educated people in Estonia, because those curriculums in Tallinn University and the ones established a few years ago in Academy of Arts, there are like so few students graduating and industries grabbing them all so fast, and it's quite hard to find people who actually know the proper UX process, because it's like it has been like a game with buzzwords that every designer in one moment of time started calling themselves UI designer. At one moment they just added UX/UI designer, not even knowing what does it actually mean when it comes to everyday work. So it's so hard. First of all, it's so hard to see the difference, who's actually UX person and who's just calling themselves like that. But yeah, it's been hard to find people, and just as an example, the last hire for me is into my team was from one island close to Japan, so from other side of the world. We have to grab those people wherever they are available.
But still, let's end this interview with something positive. What would be your message to the newbies, to the ones who want to become user experience professionals? What are the skills most needed?
Actually, I think it's similar with every field. That if you want to be really professional in it and then go deeply into it, you have to keep your eyes open. If you want to take up photography, you have to see everything as a possible frame. If you want to see yourself as a UX person, you have to start noticing this kind of problems everywhere. It doesn't matter if you're educated in university or read a lot of books or see some podcasts, but you have to set your mind to it. So everywhere you go, in bus stops or wherever, you have to start noticing, and you have to force yourself to see the world with this kind of analytical eye, and analyze human behavior and how environment is not designed for it always, and what can be improved.
Let's do that. Thank you so much, Kaspar. Enjoy the day.